Well, I've been trying to put together a video for the Entertainment Guy channel here for the last couple of days, and the reality is there's just not much going on in the entertainment world other than a lot of discussions of what is or isn't acceptable, a lot of discussions of misogyny and of people being outed as being just generally terrible people, and nothing really that I can cohesively put together a video on that won't seem uh, as a downer. This has already been a rough summer. Locally for us, the weather's not felt like summer, which is actually to the benefit of I think for those of us that aren't going out very much or doing much of anything. I mean, I go out on Fridays, and it's funny because I post about it because it's weird to me. Um, we went out to Michael's this week. I played a little bit of street hockey, and then um, he was playing basketball with his son, so hung out with him and talked to him during that. And you know, it just it kind of confirms what I always kind of knew about myself, which was that you meet somebody who's a celebrity. I don't get starstruck generally. There are people who I would be starstruck if I met them. There are certain ones that I'd be like I had an exchange last week on, I think it was just last week on Twitter. I don't know what are days anymore or weeks with Allison Court, who was Luna the Clown, and yeah, I had a starstruck moment with that. I did. That was one of those things where I was like, okay, so Allison Court just talked to me on Twitter. Okay, all right, that was her answering a comment that I made on a post of hers. That's amazing. And so I kind of had that moment, and I remember watching big comfy couch with my kids when they were little, and it was funny because I remember watching it and going, who the heck is the host of this? And then I saw she was actually older than me, and I was like, holy crap, how can she be older than me and look like that? So that was an issue that I always had. It was sort of like Paula on YTV. She was the VJ, video jockey, whatever you want to call it, the no PJ. um yeah, they had their PJs, which was the kids version of a DJ slash video jockey. And when I saw Paula was about the same age as me, not much younger than me, that threw me off too, because I was like, seriously, it's obnoxious how people stay young looking. It's sort of like with um, oh, Shakira's one. In general, though, Latina women seem to just age really, really well. Where you go, and they don't look any different. Jennifer Lopez being a good example. Like, yeah, she looked basically the same as she did 20 years ago. Me, no, nah, nah, nah. I age. So I've been trying to throw together a video based on all the stuff that's kind of going on. Things don't look encouraging for baseball. You're still getting more and more positive tests. Now it's true we're getting that with hockey as well, which is my primary channel. But with hockey, they're going to go into a bubble situation. With baseball, not really. Like, baseball is just kind of let's throw it together and see what we can get done. And of course, MLS with their tournament, they've already had a couple of pretty major hiccups with getting their tournament done. Now, with where MLS and the NBA are throwing their tournaments, that's understandable. I will say this though: there's been a lot of hate for Disney and Disney's idea to reopen. I understand why Disney reopened. I don't necessarily agree with the decision, but I understand why. There are a lot of corporations and companies in the U.S. that financially are feeling a large pinch, and a lot of employees of those companies that are going through massive financial struggles. So it is easy for those of us who have the luxury of saying, well, we can stay home, so can you, to say that, and yet it's not that easy for a lot of other people, where they may not be able to get, they may not qualify for government money. I know in Las Vegas that's been a problem where a lot of the gig workers don't qualify. They don't qualify for any kind of allowance for money from the government, and so whatever they can make online, they make. And I've been trying to support some of them where I can. So again, this is one of those things where it doesn't qualify as charity. So I mean, it's not like I'm giving money to the poor necessarily, but I look at some of them and I say, if I can buy a T-shirt, if I can buy a calendar, if I can buy something to help them out right now, I'm going to do it. And if I can financially do that, I'm going to do it. As a YouTuber, I'm in unique position where I'm able to help people out. Now, today there's some stress going on for me in that, I know we're less than 3 weeks away from the possible return of hockey, but I do worry. I'd be lying if I said I didn't worry about it, because we look at all the tests, like there were 3 positives came in from Montreal, and no, I didn't rush to do a video because I was like, yeah. And again, that goes with my ongoing theme, which is until they're in a bubble, we're going to see positive tests. We're going to see players show up for training camp. They're going to test positive. That's going to happen. Once they're in the bubble, hopefully that stops. That's the key, is trying to make sure that that stops once we reach that bubble environment for National Hockey League players. So we'll see, right? And again, if it all falls apart, it all falls apart. And then you learn from your mistakes, and you pick it up next year, because again, businesses are doing their best to try to exist during this time, which is not easy. So yeah, I really have been wanting to do like list videos and stuff like that. It's just been there's been a lot of time spent doing the hockey videos. I've really been enjoying playing Gran Turismo. Today I thought, I've been playing Gran Turismo and I really enjoy it, but I'll play some GTA, sure, because I enjoy doing that. I mean, it's more relaxing for me to play Gran Turismo, but all right. And then you know the thing that bothered me today was, so we're doing the live stream today, and I've certainly allowed and added a whole bunch of people on my PSN account that I don't know. And I mean, I had reservations about that in the beginning, and I thought, no, I'll do that because then I can play with subscribers, and it's fun. I can enjoy playing with subscribers, and it's another way for me as a provider, as a content provider, to sort of branch out. And then had a troll coming in and starting to kill me. The first time he did, I'm like, yeah, whatever, fine, that's fine, whatever. But by about the fourth time, I'm like, okay, this is, because I'm already dealing with. It's not like we're in a game situation where I'm just playing the game and that's all I'm occupied with. I'm occupied with also my wife asking me questions during the live stream. So I'm trying to navigate that. So I'm not gonna, unless I'm gonna just shut down the chat. At which point I might as well just shut down the live stream, because GTA is not a game that I've been playing other than in live streams much at all lately. And the sad thing was, I was actually really enjoying it, and my stress level had dropped substantially. And then it's like, all right, so this is why I had reservations about adding people I don't know, and it just caused that feeling to kind of crop up again, where it's like, Shannon, you probably should be playing alone when you play GTA, and this is your personal account. So, and that's part of it too. I mean, the one thing that I've struggled with, and I've talked to, one good thing about being able to go to Michaels and talk to him is that he understands all this. There is sort of a, I don't know, maybe that's part of what we're seeing on social media right now, where everybody is so accessible, and everybody is so easy to reach and easy to know, that you can kind of feel like you have some sort of an ownership or a right to them or something like that. I had a weird exchange on Facebook, which I wasn't even a party to, where somebody was trying to add me on my personal Facebook, and I hadn't even seen it, and then they got mad that I didn't add them when I hadn't even seen the request yet. Which I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay. All right. And again, I had my Facebook not that long ago where I wasn't accepting any friend requests at all. And again, it's my personal Facebook. I do keep my politics off of it now. But again, it's nice to be able to make those connections with subscribers and talk to people, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy being accessible on some level. I do need to sleep though, and there are times where I'm not THD, where I'm just Shannon browsing around the internet and just needing to just de-stress. And normally when I do the live streams on here, that's what it's about, is having the de-stress. So with Gran Turismo, it works because it's a very low stress game. It's a game that really doesn't have stress for me. The last time I played Gran Turismo on here, though, I had the one race I could not win, and then I finally figured out how to win it when I wasn't doing a live stream anymore. It gets easier when you're not answering questions and doing a live stream. So, it's I don't know. There are some days where I feel like I have this wealth of ideas for videos, and then there are others where it gets kind of tough. And with this channel, it's been kind of tough lately. Like I watched AEW. I watched Fighter Fest. I watched night two of that. And it was absolutely great. I enjoyed all of it. I think Britt Baker is the most entertaining, absolutely the most entertaining wrestler right now in a world where Matt Hardy exists, which is incredible. But I think she is the most entertaining wrestler in any company, not just AEW but WWE. And it is ridiculous the stuff she does, and it is ridiculous when she's selling that her nose got broken by something that didn't touch her. It didn't. I watched it. I watched the replay. I rewound like three times ago. Yeah, it didn't touch her, did it? No. And then I called my wife in and said, "You've got to see this. It didn't actually touch her, and she's selling it like she got shot." It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, and she's absolutely pure gold. And it shows that a wrestler can be built up without needing a title, without needing to be in a title feud. It's so weird. It's almost like the old days where wrestlers could be built up without titles. Jake the Snake Roberts never had a belt, didn't need it, it wasn't important. He was one of the best wrestlers. We all knew it, and we loved him. Ted DiBiase, yes, he had tag belts, but he wasn't Intercontinental Champion that I can remember, and I know he never had the World Championship, and yet he was built up perfectly fine with a prop belt, the $1 million belt, that just, it was a prop belt. And he made it something. He made it feel like it was a belt. You know, the FTW belt that came into AEW this week, that was one that Taz created that it felt important. And it was a great prop for ECW, and it got him a lot of press, and hopefully it does the same thing for AEW. So there are things going on, and then I tried to watch SmackDown, and then they punished me with a damn karaoke contest, and I cannot go far enough with how stupid that was, how horrible that was, and how it was pointless. And having them sing some of the worst songs you could have them possibly sing. The Time to Play the Game is a great song by Motorhead. There's no way in on God's green earth anybody thought Tamina could sing it. That anybody could sing Lemmy. That in and of itself, his ghost should have come in to the arena in that moment and just laid waste to the place. That is just, I cannot imagine. I cannot. I just, yeah, that was, and then oh, Naomi wins it. Oh no, nobody won it. No, who was best? No, I think who was best is whoever actually thought this up and suckered so many people, and it felt like you're being rickrolled for 5 minutes. It was terrible, and it made me think. Yeah, this is why I stopped watching. This is why WWE turns me away, because they do these ridiculous, stupid things that don't make sense, that have nothing to do with anything, and they're just pointless. And it was almost like with Rey Mysterio's eye for an eye match. Really, you're gonna take his eye out? Okay, so are we gonna suspend our disbelief that the good guy is gonna take out the bad guy's eye? Are we really gonna do that? How do you win it, with an eye poke? Eye poke, I win. Just 2 seconds into the match, just one. I got it. It's mine. I win. What do I win? Nothing. I'm great. I'm greatly sad now. So yeah, it's tough to come up with material. As far as I know, they haven't started filming in Vancouver yet. They've started filming shows in certain parts of the States, from what I understand. I don't know how safe that is, but they're doing it. And I would think Vancouver is supposed to start up. The problem is that the COVID numbers in BC have started going up again. So that's been a kick in the nuts for me, because I was planning to have some sort of a meetup, and not necessarily even a street hockey type like I normally have, but maybe just some kind of a, I'll sit in a park and talk. But if those numbers continue a rapid trajectory upward, I can't. I can't risk people getting sick. Um, and so, yeah, that's where that's at, and that was for 2 weeks from now in all likelihood, probably. But again, it would be very limited, invite only, um, and just very very quiet, very under the radar, to the point where people on the channel wouldn't know what happened. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the rest of this summer goes, but it's been kind of a crap summer thus far, and we'll see if that continues to be the case going on into the rest of the summer. And next time out on this channel when I do a live stream, I'm going to guess it's not going to be GTA. And I'm going to guess that I'll probably go to some other game to play. I know when I do the NHL 20 streams on here, those ones technically get the most views for obvious reasons. But it's not necessarily. I already play that twice a week, and I'd prefer to do something else. So we'll see. But thank you guys so much for all your support for helping get this channel above 13,000 subscribers. And it's been kind of stagnant because again, I haven't had the videos to produce. I haven't had these great ideas for videos to produce, and I haven't had the time to do some of the stuff that I want to do. So that's where we're at. If you want to watch an interesting and kind of mindless game show, Awake. Awake on Netflix is the one that I'd recommend. It's actually kind of fun. It's very straightforward, and it's kind of fun to see how people react when they haven't slept in over a day. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.